beautiful ladies and gentlemen. So I'm sure you are wondering, who is this lady with a hat and a beautiful gentleman with a beautiful shirt? So this is my first episode on a Thursday, but if you see, my episode is already 39. So I had amazing sessions, 38 of them on a Sunday, and my Sunday show will still continue, Michael. I'm truly blessed. But the network gave me another day for a show. So I'm going to be the same concept, bring three beautiful people in, two from the Diamond Beauties, my Diamond Beauties Forever group.
Great.
And then one gentleman that I call him my male celebrity. And then from there, we will have a power hour. So it's still the power hour, but today, because this is our first Thursday session, it's different. It's just you and me, Michael. And you blessed me when I met you for a coffee date, a chat. You blessed me with so much knowledge and your voice and everything. And you said, Sanette, I can do something special for your amazing audience. And above all, for my beautiful Diamond Beauties. So, but before I ask you to introduce yourself, before we do anything, I want to ask the audience and my beautiful Diamond Beauties the following question. So, Michael, are you ready for me to ask the audience the following question?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, wow, thank you. So let me just go a little bit down, and then, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, will you have a dance with me? Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love.
Michael?
From butterflies to eagles.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Thank you
there's
so
magic
much.
in that flight.
Thank you, Michael, for dancing with me. Thank
Sure.
you, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, for dancing with me. So today is a different session. It's going to be totally different. The beautiful Diamond Beauties is going to give us comments. And my beautiful ladies, I am not going to be able to bring it in. And if you can still comment, but Michael is going to do a beautiful meditation. And you will have to do it close eye, Michael. Close eye.
Say again?
Are they got to do the exercise, a close eye exercise?
Yes. Yes. If they're comfortable with their eyes closed. If not, then they can do it with their eyes open. I would just have them kind of gaze down, just so it's a matter of comfort. But ideally, yeah, you can close your eyes, sit comfortably, shut out things, be in a comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed.
Okay, perfect. So ladies, I always love when you do comments, and you can, but this show is different. So first of all, I would just quickly introduce myself, and then I would love, Michael, you to introduce yourself. I'm so sorry. So I am Sanette, and my surname is Fun, having fun in the sun. And actual fact, Michael, my name Sanette means sun ray. So sun, having fun in the sun, Breda. So that's how I call my name, Sanette from Breda. And you can visit my website at selfloveforme.com. You are welcome to visit and see what I'm all about. For me, the most important thing is self-love and mindfulness. And I love to call myself a voice of 1,000 women. We have 603 ladies on the Diamond Beauties. And for me, it's important to show the ladies that they are worthy enough to come on a TV show, to be in my beautiful Diamond Moment magazine, to come and tell their stories. And through telling their stories, they can heal. And then other people and other ladies especially can hear, but maybe if she went through this, maybe I can get through this. So my name is Sanette van Breda, and I will be your host from the Power Hour TV show. And this session is Return to Wholeness. So Michael, if I can ask to introduce yourself, and then you can tell us after that how you want to go about, because I think I will have to sit down. So, but I will introduce yourself first. Thank you so much.
Sure. So Michael LeBlanc, most of my work is around helping people get out of their head space into their heart space. And to me, it's aligning with that divine intelligence, that divine consciousness. And really from there, how do I manifest things in my world? Regardless of the area I want improvement, how do I do that from that divine space? And I'm a social worker, I'm a certified life coach, Reiki practitioner, author, I do workshops. But all of my writings, my work is really all about that. It's how do you get people centered? And then from that centered divine place, how do I kind of co-create and manifest things in my world? And that's just been my passion. That's how I go about my business, my work, my relationships, my finances. So it's just what I like to write about, teach about, do that kind of stuff. So.
Wow, that's amazing. And I know also I can never say those words. So please, my beautiful audience, please excuse me. But you also were talking about and please, I'm going to pronounce it as I am going to, hippopotamus, almost like a hippopotamus, but the ceremony of Hawaiian. And I practiced it before, but now I saw the name and I thought, oh, Sanette, now you have to pronounce that name. But you were also speaking about the Hawaiian forgiveness ceremony. So if you can just help me with the pronunciation.
Yeah, so it's Ho'oponopono. Yeah. And really today, what we're going to do today, I call it Return to Wholeness. It's what I call a guided energy or a guided centered meditation. But it weaves in different practices I've done over time. And so like part one is really going to be me guiding you from this headspace to your heart space. And we'll use your breath. We'll use focusing on the heart to do that. And as we center in the heart space, it's also a way to interrupt anxiety. It's a way to interrupt negative thought, which a lot of us all deal with to different degrees. So just that first part alone is something people could use in their day with their eyes open to interrupt negative thought, recenter in the moment of a negative situation. Or sometimes, I know for me, I can wake up and my brain can just get negative. So it doesn't always require a lot. Part two, though, is when we get to this heart-centered place, to me, it is a divine space. And so I'll kind of be guiding us to that. But once we're settled there, we're going to, what I call, make peace with our current life and current struggles. The energy of a problem is very different than the energy of solution. And in that divine space is where solutions are. So it's about tuning in there and tuning away from the other. But so the second part is really going to be just a resting of people, struggles, issues, whatever it might be for the person themselves, but it's going to be resting it in this divine place. To me, it's like when you take an ice cube and you rest it in the sun. I don't have to work at it. The energy of the sun is a higher energy and it will transform the cube, but I do have to rest it there. And a lot of times that's the tricky part. We don't really rest things there. We try to fix it, do something with it. And every time we do that, it's like I'm taking the ice cube and I'm putting it back in the freezer. And it's like, well, if I do that, then the energy is the same and no transformation. So when we go to this heart center and I ask you to rest your struggles or people, it is sort of like that. There is a higher energy in this space and I'm bringing that ice cube in the sun. And really the higher energy of the sun is going to do the work. And you'll feel the subtle shifts in energy and things like that. So that's really going to be part two, is sort of getting into that improved energy, the more solution space, that divine space. The third part is kind of while, to me, it's like, while that is marinating, then we will bless each of the energy centers or the chakras, right? And in the blessing of that, I'll kind of guide us to each center. We're going to breathe into that space, and you'll hear me encouraging you to take a breath that equals all is well. Our body and our being knows how to breathe a breath that equals all is well, and we can do it deliberately, and nothing in your outer world needs to improve in order to breathe that way. We tend to think, well, my life has to get better before I can feel that way, breathe that way. And that means I have to control conditions, or it's all conditional. And it's like, well, no, you really can just make a decision in the moment to make yourself breathe as if all is well. Your body knows how, your being knows how. But as you do that, you really do shift your physiology. So if you're chronically anxious and you start breathing as all is well, you're interrupting some old physiology, and you're starting to improve and rewire some improved physiology towards wellness. So there's a lot of physiological improvements as well. But as we go into each center, we'll breathe all is well, but then we're going to use the Ho'oponopono process. And each of the phrases, I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, and thank you, they each have a frequency to it. And there was a guy named Dawson, he was an MD, he did some map of consciousness kind of work in kinesiology, and anything that registered at a frequency above 200 was like, it registered as strong, it was good for the system. Anything that was lower than that, it would weaken you. So when he did kinesiology testing, it would weaken you. Well, those phrases, when I kind of took Ho'oponopono and went and kind of studied his work and married those two things, each of those phrases is in that 300, 500 range. So it registers as something that strengthens us. So when we go into each of the centers, you're going to hear me guide you to just sense you're sending the energy of love to that. You're sending the energy of I'm sorry. When I get to forgiveness, you'll hear me say send the energy of forgiveness, but also forgiving parents and ancestors and family, friends, others. Because sometimes the stuff we carry, the limits we carry, really just not intentionally, but they just came from others, right? So like parents were trying to do their best, but they still passed on stuff. Their parents, generations before, right? So it's really taking a moment and let me just forgive and bless instead. And if you're not in a place to forgive, then that's fine. Just in your own way, keep just blessing the sinner, but don't worry about trying to make yourself forgive something you're not ready to. It's if you feel like you want to, then go for it, but don't feel like you have to. Like all that in its own time, you know? Yeah, and so we'll do that with each center. What happens for me is I sense energy in my hands. And so as I'm doing this, I'm sensing. And sometimes I'll get a sense to stay in a place. Sometimes I'll get a sense it's okay to move on, and we'll move on to the second one. We'll move on to the third. So we'll start at the base chakra, which is at the base of your spine, which is 1. We'll work our way up to 7, and then to 8 at the top of the head. But we're going to start at the heart, and we're going to end at the heart. But all of it is really, I'll be guiding you through. If there's you feel like I'm spending time somewhere longer than a previous one, it's just because I'm getting a sense to do that.
Perfect.
I'm going to add one more thing if I can.
Yes.
You don't need to understand anything about the energy centers and the chakras. To me, it's like this divine intelligence created all this. It created that energy center. It knows exactly how to balance it and bless it. It knows what it does. It knows what organs and physical functions relate to it. My knowledge of it is it can be a curiosity, but it isn't necessary. So, and there's plenty, if you want to study any of that, there's plenty of research and people out there to study.
So thank you so much, Michael. So my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? We've got 40 minutes of amazingness, and I cannot wait. So I'm going to mute myself, and Michael,
Okay.
can I give it all over to you?
Yes, and just, you can hear me okay, everything?
Everything is beautiful. Thank you.
All right. And I'm going to be closing my eyes as well. So if you do need me, just say something and I'll open my eyes.
I will go.
There you go. That works for me. So just to begin, just place your hands on your heart. And all I want you to begin to do is sense your breath and your breathing, but feel your breathing into your heart space. And just begin to feel the sensation of breath. Just a normal breath, breathing in, breathing out. But beginning to sense and feel that breath as if you're breathing into your heart and breathing out of that space. It's like if I asked you to sense your breath in your left nostril. You could do that. You could sense the breath in and out in that space. But instead, sense the breath into your heart space and out of your heart space. Just normal breath for now. It's just a way to begin the journey from your head space and into your heart space. And as we breathe in the heart space, and the rhythm of your heart begins to improve. Just sense, remember, know. This is also a divine space, a divine presence, a consciousness, an intelligence, an energy, a higher energy that we're just breathing into and connecting with, always present, but we're just deliberately deciding to tune in. And any thoughts of, am I doing it right? Is anything happening? Just have the thought, but let yourself return to sensing your breath instead. Any thoughts, any distractions that cause your attention to drift away. Whenever you remember you've drifted, just use your breath and sense your breath and sense your heart and come back to this divine space. No thought needs to stop. No thought needs to be different. We're just letting thought be, letting distractions be, and sensing the breath and feeling your breath in your heart instead. Now I'm going to ask you, as you sense your breathing in your heart, let a couple of those breaths equal a breath that says that all is well. Your body, your being already knows how to breathe the breath that says and equals all is well. You may notice it's a fuller breath or a deeper breath or a slower breath. Whatever it is fine, but let your body, let your breathing, let your being breathe a breath that says that all is well. And breathe this in your heart space. And as you do this, you really are beginning to send the message throughout your nervous system and your body and your being that in this moment, all is well. So just another moment more of coming from that headspace in your life and your thoughts, and instead just breathing, sensing your breath, sensing your heart. Nothing needs to change. You don't need to change. You don't need to be different. And just begin to settle into your heart as you are. And sensing, thinking, remembering this divine space, a higher energy, an intelligence that we're just resting into. And as you sense this heart space, and again, if your thoughts take you away, just breathe and come back. Gently, easily, lovingly come back. But as we sense the heart, in your own way, sense this divine light, space, energy. I want you just to begin to rest yourself here. Rest your being, rest your body, exactly as it is. Rest all good things, rest all concerns. Rest them both in this space. Any struggle, any problems, challenges, doesn't matter what the category, but just envision, image, bringing that into this divine light, art space, and resting it here. Not trying to fix it, not trying to resist it, not trying to change it. Just rest it and let it be. And as you rest yourself here, nothing to change, nothing to fix, nothing needs to be different. Just let you be as you are in this moment, in this space. This divine light, completely pleased with you. And just rest there and be completely pleased with you also. Maybe there are people you're struggling with. Rest them in this space. And just for now, let them be. Let them be in the presence of this higher energy and light, just as they are. Let your problems be in the presence of this higher energy and light, just as they are. And let yourself be in the presence of this higher energy and light, just as you are. It's like taking an ice cube and resting it in the sun. The higher energy of the sun does the work. You just need to rest it in the light. So rest you, rest them, rest your life, your struggles, even things good. Rest it all here for a moment. And just let this divine light, energy, and movement surround all of it. all of them, and be within and around everything and everyone in this space. And let a couple more of your breaths equal a breath that says that all is well. Again, your body, your being knows how to breathe this way. Nothing needs to be different. Nothing needs to change in order to breathe. And we're just going to let all your concerns, yourself, any person you brought into this space, we're just going to let all of this rest in this higher energy, like you're resting an ice cube in the sun. And while we do that, we'll bless each of our centers, our chakras. So with your next breath, I'll invite you to just easily, softly, gently move your focus down to the first energy center, towards the base of your spine. There's no particular spot you're trying to find. You're just sensing that space at the base of your spine. And just sense a breath in this space, and it is a breath that sends the message throughout the space that all is well. And as we breathe and just softly focus here, we bless this space, this center. And just imagine sending the energy of I love you throughout this first energy center. Sending the energy of I'm sorry. Sending the energy of forgiveness. And we pause and we just forgive ourselves. We forgive parents, ancestors, family, friends, others. And we just bless them instead. And we also send the energy of thanks throughout this space. And we know the space to be the divine presence and light as well within the space, surrounding the space. It's an energy that knows wellness, knows health, abundance, good. And we let that be known in this space, anchored in this space. And we let all lesser energy be transformed by this higher presence, higher energy. And just in your own way, keep breathing here, blessing the space, sending love to the space within you. Again, if your thoughts take you away or something distracts you, just breathe and come back. There's no right, there's no wrong. Just do your best and bless yourself. And with another breath, we're going to move up to the second center, just above the first. We're just going to sense again a breath here, a breath of all is well, sending the message of all is well throughout the space. And we're going to bless this space and send the energy of I love you throughout the space. The energy of I'm sorry. The energy of forgiveness. And we're going to pause, forgiving ourselves, forgiving others, parents, family, friends, even ancestors. Not knowing better, doing better. We just forgive them, forgiving us as well. And just bless them and bless yourself instead. And we know divine presence and light in this space as well. And we know that higher energy, rebalancing, renewing, recharging as needed in this space. And just a couple more breaths here. With another breath, we sense 1 and 2 energy centers at the same time. Divine light within them and around them and at the same time. We connect 1, 2, and move to 3, that's solar plexus. Just the gut area. And we breathe here. And we breathe a breath of all is well and send the message that all is well throughout this space. And we bless this space. And we send the energy of I love you throughout it. We send the energy of I'm sorry. We send the energy of forgiveness. And again, we pause here and forgive ourselves, others, ancestors, parents, family, friends, any who come to mind. And we forgive them and us, and we bless them and us instead. And we know this third energy center, divine presence, light, intelligence, movement, presence, wellness, health, good, abundance, present, anchored in this space. And we breathe and we connect all 3, 1, 2, and 3 at the same time. Each brighter, more energy flowing. And with another breath, we connect 1, 2, and 3 to 4. Your heart. And again, we breathe here. Breathe a breath of all is well, sending the message, all is well. Anchoring it in the space. We breathe again and open our heart a little more. Just a little. And as we breathe here, we bless this space and we send the energy of I love you throughout the heart. We send the energy of I'm sorry. We send the energy of forgiveness. And we pause and forgive ourselves, parents, family, friends, others, even ancestors. Just passing on limits, hurts, and just forgiving them instead, blessing them instead, blessing yourself instead. And in this heart space, divine light, presence, higher energy. It is an energy of wellness, of health, abundance, good, present, anchor. Nothing's missing, nothing's lacking. Just knowing yourself blessed as you are. And with another breath, we connect all four. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seeing each aligned, renewed, brighter. Divine light within each, surrounding each, all at the same time. And we connect 1, 2, 3, and 4 to 5. Your throat area. Breathing here. All is well. Sending a message throughout the space. And we bless this space with the energy of I love you. The energy of I'm sorry. The energy of forgiveness. And again, here we pause, forgiving self, parents, ancestors on both sides, family, friends, others, anyone that comes to mind. We bless them instead. We bless ourselves instead. Love instead. And we sense and know divine light in this space, surrounding it, within it. Brighter, lighter, more joy, more fun, more play. And with another breath, we connect all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, your heart. 5. Each brighter, energy flowing. Higher energy, rebalancing, renewing each center as needed. Tending to everything that's needed. More energy flowing. And sensing all 5 at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, your heart, and 5. With another breath, just softly, gently connecting the 6. space in your head, behind your eyes, sensing a breath here, a breath that says that all is well, sends the message throughout this space, all is well. And we bless this space, the energy of I love you throughout the space, the energy of I'm sorry, the energy of forgiveness. And again, we pause, no rush, presence of higher energy, and we forgive self, parents, ancestors, family, friends, others, anyone that comes to mind at this point. And we breathe again, and we send the energy of thanks throughout the space. My presence, light, movement, action, wellness, health, abundance, good, anchored, present. And with another breath, we anchor and sense all six at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, your heart, 5, and 6. Brighter, higher energy, transforming lower, renewing, recharging as needed, balancing, blessing, restoring wellness, health, vitality, life present in each, all at the same time. And we connect these 6 to 7, the top of your head. And just sensing a breath on the top of your head. A breath that equals all is well and says that all is well. And we bless this 7th space. We send it the energy of love you, the energy of I'm sorry, the energy of forgiveness. We pause again and just take the time to forgive ourselves again. Others, family, friends, parents, ancestors. Anything related to this space. We forgive and we bless instead. And love ourselves and them instead. And we sense again divine brightness, light, energy, movement, consciousness here, present, in the space, surrounding the space, renewing, transforming, balancing, blessing, all is needed. And the space brighter, wellness present, health present, abundance present, good present. With another breath, we pause and connect all 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, your heart, 5, 6, and 7. Each brighter, balanced, divine light in each, surrounding each, and all at the same time. And we connect all 7 to 8 above your head, about a foot, foot and a half. Sense a breath up here, but it's a breath that says that all is well. And we sense and bless this space. And we send the energy of I love you throughout this space. We send the energy of I'm sorry. We send the energy of forgiveness. And once more, we just pause and we forgive self, forgive others, parents, family, friends, and ancestors. And we bless them instead. And we send the energy of thanks throughout this space. Divine light, presence, wellness, presence, the energy of health, vitality, life, abundance, all present in this space, anchored in the space. You breathe here once again, just blessing it, seeing it brighter, bigger, fuller. And with another breath, we connect all 8, 1, 2, 3, for your heart, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Brighter, divine energy flowing throughout, within each, surrounding each, all at the same time. And with another breath, we just slowly come back to the heart. And we breathe and sense our breathing again in our heart. And breathe a breath that says that all is well again in our heart. And we just once more lovingly look at ourselves, our problems, any people we brought to this heart space earlier, any situation, any concern, health, otherwise. And again, we just rested like the ice cube in the sun, knowing it blessed, knowing us blessed, knowing the others that we're focused on or thinking of or struggling with blessed, wanting good for them, wanting good for ourselves. And we just let, again, this higher energy do the work. We just bring it and rest it and rest ourselves in this space. Letting that divine light wash over us, wash over our situations, wash over them. And in this space, we know wellness, we know health, we know resolution to problems, we know abundance, we know good, all presence, all anchored in this heart space. Now just breathe a couple more times. But let it be a breath. It really tells you all is well. You feel all is well. Sends the message, all is well. Remembering you can always breathe this breath anytime needed. Nothing ever needs to change. to breathe and sense and remember all is well. So one more breath and one more blessing in this heart space. Sending the energy of I love you. Sending the energy of I'm sorry. Sending the energy of forgiveness. And just once more, forgiving self, others, parents, family and friends, and even ancestors. And blessing them and blessing yourself instead. And then sending the energy of thanks and appreciation. And then when you're ready, you'll start making your way back. No rush. Take your time. Refocus. Just kind of becoming present, but lingering in it at the same time. Hello, dear.
I just want to make sure I can talk now. So, Michael,
Absolutely.
I had to make sure my feet stays on the ground because I wanted to fly. It was amazing.
That's the butterfly in you.
It was amazing. I had to make sure also of the time. So, and it was amazing. And your timing is perfect. So, my beautiful Michael, what can you tell people now after a session to take it easy? What you normally tell people?
Yeah, if you're able to linger there, do that. It brings up different things for different people. Sometimes people just feel lighter, more energized. Sometimes it brings up sadness or grief, or I've had, one woman there was a lot of hurt in her past that she felt like she forgave and healed from in one of the sessions. Different people sometimes see color, lights, imagery. But just if you're able to linger there, do that. It's kind of like massage, though, if you can drink more fluid, more water, because sometimes there is a release of tensions, toxins, old stuff. So kind of the water and just flushing your system out can kind of help. And I find the work kind of lingers. So you may notice things today, tomorrow, that kind of stuff. But a couple of things I would just want people to leave with is in your day, often we get negative thinking and we get stressed. And when you can notice it, if you can just breathe into your heart with your eyes open while you're in the middle of the meeting or while you're in the middle of the anxiety or stress, as you breathe into your heart, you really do change the rhythm of your heart. And what science shows is this 90% of your neurology from your heart to your brain is ascending. It is from the heart to the brain. And the cells of the heart are in sync with the cells of the amygdala, which is where the stress response is happening. So if I just breathe better, I improve the rhythm of my heart, and it literally can start signaling in the amygdala to interrupt the stress. And it's more powerful than thought, because positive thought has energy. But if you're like me, I can feel really negative and there's a lot of momentum. And positive thought, it doesn't do what I need it to do. So if you focus and use your breath and your heart, it will change your physiology if you stay with it for 2-3 minutes. And it'll be more effective than positive thought. Now, after you shift, then do your affirmations. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry, Michael. Our time is up. So I want to say thank you so much for being here. I will send you all the commentary from the Diamond Beauties, even in the replay. And then, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for experiencing this amazing gift that Michael have bestowed on us. I want to wish you all a beautiful week, rest of the week. Please look after yourself, smile often, and keep on dancing. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.